Call to order the public hearing, the Public Improvement Commission hearing of December 1st, 2020.
Recording in progress.
Guess I'll wait for the recording. All right, PIC hearing, December 1st, 2022. Ashley, will you do a roll call?
Yes, also apologies for the recording. Property Management Department.
Sorry, I was muted. Joseph Callahan.
Great. Transportation Department.
Amy Cording?
Inspectional Services Department.
Brian Ronan.
Great. Water and Sewer Commission.
Denise Devlin.
And the Disabilities Commission.
Sarah Leon.
All right, so we have quorum.
All right, just a reminder, if you have comments on any of this, we'll take questions, comments at the end of each thing. Please use the raised hand feature if you have anything that you would like to add. At the request of the Public Improvement Commission staff, I will entertain a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of the PIC hearing held on November 17th, 2022.
I make a motion to approve accept the minutes of the Public Improvement Commission hearing on November 17th, 2022.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Wait a minute. Am
All
I
right,
here?
hearing none. Moving on to the utility pole hearing on a joint petition by Eversource Energy and Verizon New England for utility pole installation within LaGrange Street Public Way, West Roxbury, to install two new private utility poles to be located on its northeasterly side at address numbers 415 to 425, generally between Center Street and Chapin Ave / Dent Street.
Hi, good morning. This is Katie Flaherty, representing Eversource Electric. For this particular petition at the time, we're requesting to withdraw it because it needs to be redesigned because of the location of the new pole that we wanted to install. So at this time, we'd like to withdraw this particular one. I think the notices had already gone out.
You got it. I'll make a motion I'll entertain a motion to withdraw.
I make a motion to withdraw a joint petition by Eversource and Verizon for utility pole installation within LaGrange Street as run into the record by the chair.
Second. All right. Utility pole hearing number 2 on a joint petition by Eversource Energy and Verizon New England for utility pole installation within Moss Grove Avenue Public Way, West Roxbury, to install two new private utility poles to be located on both sides northwest of Washington Street.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I withdrew this is the one that we want to withdraw.
Great. All right, well, let's take it from the top. All right, we'll go utility pole hearing number 1 on a joint petition by Eversource Energy and Verizon New England for utility pole installation within LaGrange Street Public Way, West Roxbury, to install two new private utility poles to be located on its northeasterly side at addresses 415 to 425, generally between Center Street and Chapin Ave, Dent Street.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now with the particular plan, and this is for LaGrange Street. You can see where
We do not see your plan.
you cannot see my plan. Oh, dear God. Can you see anything?
We see you and everybody else here, but no, nobody's presenting anything. There's a shot. Ashley can pull it up for you, but you guys can race to figure out who gets there quicker.
Yes, if you want to hold on a sec, I can probably get it. I know I can. Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I'm going to pull it up. Just bear with me a moment. This is LaGrange Street. We are only considering LaGrange Street at this time. Would it be possible to proceed to Moss Grove first? If not, just bear with me for another second.
Why don't you tell us about this utility pole while we wait to see it in all of its glory? And,
LaGrange Street.
yeah.
Okay, so I just actually called my son down to see if he could help me sharing the screen. Do you want me to see if I can get it up so that you can see it?
I think, well, I think Ashley's trying, but
Yes.
why are you adding the two poles, and what's going on?
Okay, so we want to add, it's new construction for 425 LaGrange Street. We need to add one pole because of the span, the span that will be there from the construction, and then to relocate one pole because right now it's located near the entrance to a garage. So one pole will be relocated a little bit further down the street and then another pole installed to help support the span.
And all of these new poles are in front of that same property?
425 LaGrange Street, that's correct. I do have photos here too. So, here's the Zoom, right? I'm trying to share that screen.
Perfect,
Thank God for kids.
exactly, son to the rescue. Looks exactly like you described it.
Ay, ay, ay. So, here is the plan, and then I do have photos too. But you can see, I'm trying to look right now myself. There's the new pole, and then there's the existing pole, and that's where the existing pole will be relocated to.
Perfect. Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
None at this time.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve utility pole hearing number 1.
I make the motion to approve petition, a joint petition by Eversource and Verizon for utility pole installation on LaGrange Street as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
All right, motion passes. Utility pole hearing number 2 on a joint petition by Eversource Energy and Verizon New England for utility pole installation within Moss Grove Public Way, West Roxbury, to install 2 new private utility poles to be located on both sides northwest of Washington Street.
Okay, this is Katie Flaherty again, and this is the petition that right now we wish to withdraw because of the design of the pole. It's the new pole that we wanted to install. It has to be put in a different location.
You got it. I'll entertain a motion to withdraw without prejudice.
I make the motion to allow the joint petitioners, Eversource and Verizon, to withdraw their motion for utility pole at Moss Grove Ave as read into the record by the chair without prejudice.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, on to our public hearing. Public hearing number 1 on a joint petition by Eva White Redevelopment Limited Partnership, Wind Development Company Limited Partnership, CSTO Wind Owner LLC, and the Boston Planning and Development Agency for the vertical discontinuance of portions of Tremont Street Public Way, Boston proper, located at address number 440, generally between Appleton Street and Harold Street, vertically above the grade of the sidewalk. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Vertical Discontinuance Plan, Tremont Street, Boston proper, one sheet dated April 29, 2022.
Good morning, members of the commission. My name is Howard Mosier with VHB here on behalf of the petitioners. 2 weeks ago, we presented at New Business a request to do some discontinuances on 2 properties, generally on Tremont Street between Harold Street and East Berkeley Street. Zooming in, these are 2 buildings that are existing buildings with housing that are undergoing a deep energy retrofit, which will involve the replacement of the existing facades. These facades are just going to be applied, and they will extend beyond the property line a matter of inches. So the first action is the request for a discontinuance of 122 square feet vertical discontinuance along Tremont Street. No questions had been asked during new business. So thank you.
Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
PIC staff has no comments at this time.
All right, hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing number 1.
I make a motion to approve a joint petition by Eva White Redevelopment Limited Partnership, Wind Development Company Limited Partnership, CSTO Wind Owner LLC, and the Boston Planning and Development Agency for a vertical continuance on portions of Tremont Street as read into the record by the chair.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Public hearing item number 2 on a joint petition by Eva White Redevelopment Limited Partnership, Wind Development Company Limited Partnership, CSTO Wind Owner LLC, and the Boston Planning and Development Agency for the discontinuance of any and all rights to travel the public way might have within portion of Millicent Way, Public Way, Boston proper, located on its southwesterly terminus northwest of Shawmut Ave at the rear of 450 Tremont Street, new business 11/17/2022, is shown on a plan entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Highway Discontinuance Plan, Millicent Way, Boston proper, 1 sheet dated October 3rd, 2021.
Good morning, members of the commission. My name is Howard Mosier from VHB here on behalf of the petitioners. This action proposes a 32 square foot discontinuance along Millicent Way, which is a public footway at the backside of 450 Tremont Street. No questions had been asked during the new business. Thank you for your consideration.
Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 2.
I make a motion to approve a joint petition by Eva White Redevelopment Limited Partnership, Wind Development Company Limited Partnership, CSTO Wind Owner LLC, and the Boston Planning and Development Agency for a discontinuance on Millicent Way, as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, hearing none. On
Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. Public hearing item number 3 on a joint petition by Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts, Inc. and Madison 84 Warren LLC for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement adjacent to the following public ways in Roxbury, Warren Street, on its easterly side at address numbers 84 to 88 south of Warren Place on its southerly side east of Warren Street. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Pedestrian Easement Plan, Warren Street and Warren Place, 84 Warren Street, 1 sheet dated October 2022.
Hi, my name is Intia Ambrogi Saza. I'm with Madison Park Development Corporation. I can speak more to the project, but I'm not sure, Coleman, if you wanted to speak first.
If you just want to introduce the project, I'll cover the next 3 items afterwards. Thank you.
Sure. So this is for a project done on the old Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts site in collaboration with Madison Park Development Corporation. It is an 100% restricted affordable housing development with 65 units, 22 of which will be homeownership units, and the remainder will be affordable rental units. And then the ULEM offices will remain on the corner where their front entrance is currently located. And Coleman will walk you through the details. Thanks.
Thank you. So as mentioned during new business, there are 2 variable width easements allowing a minimum of 5 foot full width pedestrian access to the concrete sidewalk along Warren Street and Warren Place as depicted on this plan. We had no questions during new business on this specific plan, and we believe we addressed all the commission's comments prior.
Any questions or comments from commission members? TIC staff or public?
We have no comments at this time.
All right, I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 3.
I make a motion to approve a joint petition by Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts, Incorporated in Madison 84 Warren LLC for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement on Warren Street and Warren Place as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Public hearing item number 4 on a joint petition by Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts, Inc. and Madison 84 Warren LLC for the making of specific repairs within the following public ways in Roxbury, consisting of curb realignment, sidewalk reconstruction, as well as new and relocated pedestrian ramps, specialty pavement, streetlight infrastructure, street trees, landscaping, bike racks, and driveway curb cuts. Warren Street on its easterly side at address numbers 84 to 88 south of Warren Place. Warren Place east of Warren Street, new business is 11/17/2022, shown on the set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Engineering Division, specific repairs plan, Warren Street, Warren Place, 84 Warren Street, Boston, 4 sheets dated November 2022.
Thank you. So as described by Amy, we're proposing specific repairs along Warren Street and Warren Place, 4 street trees, bike racks, sidewalks, etc. There was one question during the new business, a request to meet with BPDA staff. Our team has met with BPDA staff last night, and I think they sent an email to Todd and Ashley, but if not, it was a favorable response to close out.
Yep, I think that we heard back from them, and I think that we've come, right, like, we're ready to approve this, but I do think that they are asking for some small changes that we expect to see, but that can happen between now and Mylar.
Correct.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments by commission members? I guess, do you want to walk us through the specific repair plans? We'll skip that step.
Yes, sorry. So there are 4 street trees proposed, 3 new street trees proposed along Warren Street, with 1 existing street tree being maintained. Vertical granite curb, bike racks, and concrete sidewalk with a minimum of 5 feet of public access. Along Warren Place, we are proposing a new blue bike station, 8 bike racks, a curb cut, concrete sidewalk, permeable pavers, and a new pedestrian ramp. And then 10 street trees.
Thank you. All right, questions or comments by commission members? TIC staff or public?
No comments at this time. I would just, continue working with the BPDA to make sure we get the best project.
All right. I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 4.
I make a motion to approve a joint petition by Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts and Madison 84 Warren LLC for making specific repairs on Warren Street and Warren Place, subject to the acceptance of any further changes recommended by the BPDA.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, motion passes. Public hearing item number 5 on a joint petition by Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts and Madison 84 Warren LLC for the granting of a production license for the installation of canopies over portions of the sidewalks within the following public ways in Roxbury: Warren Street on its easterly side at addresses 84 to 88 south of Warren Place, Warren Place on its southerly side east of Warren Street, new business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division License Plan, Warren Street, Warren Place, 84 Warren Street, Boston, 2 sheets dated November 2022.
Thank you again. Coleman Horsey Niche Engineering. For the canopy license, we have 1 square foot of canopy in the public way along Warren Street, and then 74 square feet proposed in the pedestrian easement that we established earlier. For Warren Place, we have 8 square feet of canopy falling along the public way, and then 47 square feet in the pedestrian easement recorded earlier. We believe we've addressed all the questions, and there were no questions during the new business hearing. Oh, and all canopies are internally drained and heat traced.
Perfect. Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
No comments.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 5.
I make a motion to approve a joint petition by the Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts and Madison 84 Warren LLC for the granting of a projection license at Warren Street and Warren Place, as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Thank you.
Public hearing item number 6, on a petition by Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement adjacent to the following public ways in Roxbury: Harrison Ave on its northwesterly side at addresses numbers 1003 to 1013 northeast of Eustis Street on its northeasterly side, northwest of Harrison Ave, new business 10/17/2022, as shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Pedestrian Easement Plan, 1003, 1013 Harrison Ave, Eustis Street, Boston, one sheet dated November 15th, 2022.
Good morning, all. On behalf of Benjamin Franklin Institute of Technology, Matt Schiller with Leggett McCall, I'm joined by Chelsea Christensen of Niche Engineering and Sally Gibson of Studio G. BFIT is currently located in the south end at 41 Berkeley. They'll be moving to this location. The building that they are proposing is a 3-story, 68,000 square foot technical education building. This is the view from the corner of Eustis and Harrison. This gives you the location, so it's bound by Eustis Street, Elliott Burial Ground, Harrison Ave, and Parcel 8, and it's across the street from the future Nubian Ascends project. This is the view up Harrison Ave, so you can see the sidewalk work in accordance with the complete street guidelines. The next view is down Eustis Street. And the final view is from up Eustis Street with Torrance 6 Fire Station in the foreground there. With that, I'll let Chelsea run through the details.
Good morning, Chelsea Christensen, Niche Engineering. The first action we're discussing is the pedestrian easement. We're requesting pedestrian easement along Eustis and Harrison. The total site area is about 1,466 square feet for the easement. This is in order to provide a wider concrete sidewalk along the walkway of both Harrison and Eustis. We did not receive any questions about the easement during new business.
Questions or comments from commission members? PIC staff or public?
This time.
I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 6.
I make a motion to approve a petition by Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement at Harrison Ave and Eustis Street, and as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing item number 7, on a petition by Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for the making of specific repairs within the following public ways in Roxbury, consisting of curb realignment, sidewalk reconstruction, as well as new and relocated pedestrian ramps, specialty pavements, street lighting infrastructure, street trees, landscaping, storm drain infrastructure, bike racks, and driveway curb cuts. Harrison Ave generally at addresses 1003 to 1013 northeast of Eustis Street, northwest of Harrison Ave, new business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Specific Repair Plans, 1011 Harrison Ave, Roxbury, 4 sheets dated June 2022.
Thank you, Amy. The improvements along Harrison Avenue include a 6.5-foot minimum concrete strip, up to 9.5 feet total. We have a 4-foot furnishing zone with porous pavement, new street trees, and relocated street lights and bike racks. The questions we received during the new business on this one were related to the proposed coloring of concrete within the walkway. Since then, we have proposed to the Commission for Persons with Disabilities to limit the coloring to be only in the furnishing zone and in the easement zone, so we will have a clear white concrete path along the center for, so vision is not impeded by the design of the concrete. The other question we received, we were asked to move the hydrant, and so this hydrant here has now been relocated, and we did coordinate a little bit with Boston Water and Sewer on the location and connection. So the new light is now centered between the street trees. We did add some dimensions for the trees and light spacing. I will add more for the final plan since they didn't all make it on the plan as I had originally proposed. The last item still under question was about the reciprocal ramp to this crossing. As Matt had mentioned earlier, Nubian Ascends is proposing some work on this corner as well. Originally, we had noted that Nubian Ascends would be replacing this. We don't have their exact timeline or exact plans. So we had suggested to the Commission for Persons with Disabilities that we would replace the tactile strip and make sure that the slope is compliant for the interim condition before Nubian comes back and does whatever they need to do. I will go briefly over Eustis Street. Eustis Street will have a minimum of 6-foot concrete, up to 10-foot total, minimum 3-foot furnishing zone where the space allows for 2 street trees and porous pavers along with new bike racks, relocation of a traffic control cabinet or street lighting control cabinet from down at this end to over here, and new street lights. We did not have any specific questions along Eustis Street itself.
I will say that, right, like I'm happy you worked out the whole ramp thing with Sarah, but if you should figure out your timing because that might not be the case, right? Like if you try to close out a permit with non-compliant ramps as reciprocal ramps and there's not a specific understanding with another development that you know is coming, and so I think it's going to be that, right, like that will have to have a date and time on it, but that's going to impact your ability to close this out more than anything else.
Okay, I will say that Sarah has not approved everything. I have sent her the information, but I know she's on today. She didn't have a chance to respond, so I would just ask for confirmation that that would be acceptable to the commission.
Yeah, so I think we'd like to confirm, first of all, whether or not the slopes on that ramp are compliant or not. And if they are, then replacing of the tactile is acceptable. If the slopes aren't compliant, we would ask for reconstruction of that ramp in kind with the compliant slopes.
So we did measure the ramp, and the flags are all compliant. The level landing is at like 2.1%. So what I want to do is go back out there and see what the best solution for that might be, as far as maybe we replace just the level landing part of it, because it's so close.
Yeah, we can also connect you with our curb routes team, who has capacity to go out there and meet with you and think creatively about solutions. So let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. Just for the Mylars, and given this conversation, we just ask that notation be adjusted a bit.
Yeah, so we will adjust the note to say that we will be replacing the tactile strip and that we will make sure that it is compliant by slope at the end of construction.
Yeah, there should also not be reference to BPDA discussions, right, in the notes. It should just say what you're going to do, and if it's not going to be you, it can say by others. But, right, like, I don't think that we want to specifically call out all of these things. And then you've labeled this restripe temporary crosswalk. Why is it temporary?
I could take off temporary. It's going to be a striped crosswalk to city standards, and if it comes out later, it comes out later under another project. So yeah, I'll take off references to Nubian and show what we're going to do.
Perfect. Any other questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 7.
I make a motion to approve a petition by Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for specific repairs at Harrison Ave and Eustace Street, as further read into the record by the chair.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Public hearing item number 8 on a petition by Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for the granting of a projection license for the installation of canopies over portions of the sidewalks within the following public ways in Roxbury: Harrison Ave on its northwesterly side at addresses numbers 1003 to 1013 northeast of Eustace Street on its northeasterly side northwest of Harrison Avenue. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Canopy License number 1003, 1013 Harrison Ave, Eustace Street, Boston. 4 sheets dated November 15, 2022.
Thank you. This is the last request for this project. We have sunshades for the new building that project a little over a foot onto Eustace and a little over 2 feet onto Harrison. And then you can see them best here. It's these shades that just go a little bit over the property line. We did not receive any comments in new business.
Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
No comments at this time.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 8.
I make a motion to approve a petition by the Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology for the granting of a projection license on Harrison Avenue and Eustace Street, as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Public hearing item number 9 on a petition by 250 Center Street Housing LLC for the making of specific repairs within the following public ways in Roxbury, consisting of curb realignment, sidewalk reconstruction, as well as new and relocated specialty pavement, street lighting infrastructure, street trees, landscaping, pedestrian stairway, and a retaining wall. Center Street on its southerly side at address number 250 west of Amory Street south of Center Street. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Specific Repair Plan, Center Street and Amory Street, 250 Center Street, Jamaica Plain. 2 sheets dated November 2022.
Thanks, Amy. I'm Laura Martin. I work with the Community Builders, the developer for 250 Center Street, which is a 6-story building of 110 units, mixed income with a significant affordable component. As Amy referenced, this is in the Jackson Square neighborhood of Boston. The building is currently under construction and the expected completion is in spring of 2023. The project received prior PIC approvals prior to construction, and today the project team is presenting on a refinement to the proposed improvements. So with that, I'll turn it over to Coleman with Niche, who will talk through the improvements.
Thank you, Laura. Coleman Horse and Niche Engineering. So as Amy described, we are proposing curb realignment and concrete sidewalk with street trees. At the thinnest, the concrete sidewalk will be 9.5 feet. At the greatest, it'll be 18.5 feet. Proposing 1 street tree along Center Street and a 5-foot by 12-foot tree pit, and then another street tree in landscaping along the ramp that will be constructed underneath the Amory Street Extension project being performed by the city. We are also proposing a pedestrian plaza, which will have a staircase down to the Amory Street Extension, and then also a retaining wall alongside the ramp. The sidewalk will be built entirely out of concrete, and the pedestrian plaza will be out of concrete unit pavers. There was one question during the new business hearing. It was with Sarah. Sarah and I had a meeting afterwards. I believe she's satisfied, but I'll let her confirm that.
Yeah, I think you guys are all set with my comments, and I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me about the plaza area.
Absolutely, thank you.
What is the box of hatched area before you hit the sidewalk? That's not...
Down here?
No, up as you hit the...
Right here?
Looks like tactile warning. I assume it's not.
No, so that's a mulch bed. That's gonna be in between the sidewalk and the pedestrian plaza. It's just a weird grading condition in there. So to maintain accessibility, we're just making sure there's a mulch bed there, so there's not a like a drop off between the Amory Street side, the Center Street sidewalk and the pedestrian plaza.
And whose mulch bed is that?
That would be maintained by the partners.
Perfect. Any other questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
No comments at this time.
I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing number 9.
I make a motion to approve a petition by 250 Center Street Housing LLC for specific repairs in the area of Center Street and Emery Street as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Public hearing item number 10 on a petition by SCD 380 Stewart LLC for the vertical discontinuances of portions of Stewart Street, public way, Boston proper, located on its southeasterly side at addresses number 380, generally southwest of Berkeley Street, vertically above the grade of the sidewalk. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a plan entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Discontinuance Plan, vertical 380 Stewart Street, Boston proper, one sheet dated June 27, 2022.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Amy and commissioners. My name is Jennifer Schultz, and I'm permitting and land use counsel for Skanska, who is the proponent of this project, a new office building at 380 Stewart Street. As you can see on the screen, the new building, what you're seeing here is existing conditions of the existing building, front Stewart Street, private alleyway 559 in the back, which then feeds on to the public way of Stanhope Street and otherwise is generally surrounded by Clarendon and Berkeley Street. On the next slide, you can see a rendering, and this is for our first request this morning, which will be followed shortly by a specific repairs request. This is for a vertical discontinuance of portions of Stewart Street, and that is for the sort of permanent wind guard shield that you see at the top of the lobby facing Stewart Street. And with that, I will pass it off to John Schmidt from Niche Engineering, who will walk you through the technical aspects of this request, and myself and a representative from Skanska, as well as John, are here to answer any questions. Thank you very much.
Good morning, John Schmidt with Niche Engineering. This is an expansion of a vertical discontinuance that was conducted and approved by the Commission back in 2015 for a previous proposed development on the site. The total discontinuance is 670 square feet, and the canopy is 20 feet above grade and internally drained. There were no questions raised at new business.
Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
We have no comments at this time.
I'll entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 10.
I make a motion to approve a petition by SCD 380 Stewart LLC for a vertical discontinuance on portions of Stewart Street as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Public hearing item number 11 on a petition by SCD 380 Stewart LLC for the making of specific repairs within the following public ways in Boston proper, consisting of curb realignment, roadway and sidewalk reconstruction, as well as new and relocated pedestrian ramps, specialty pavement, street lighting infrastructure, storm drain infrastructure, street trees, planters, landscaping, irrigation infrastructure, groundwater recharge infrastructure, bike racks, driveway curb cuts, and a raised crosswalk. Stewart Street at address number 380, generally southwest of Berkeley Street. Stanhope Street, generally between Berkeley Street and private alley number 559. Berkeley Street on its southwesterly side at Stanhope Street. Columbus Ave on its south northwesterly side at Connors Place. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Specific Repair Plans, Stewart Street, Columbus Ave, Connors Place, Stanhope Street, Berkeley Street, Back Bay, 4 sheets dated November 10th, 2022.
Good morning, John Schmidt with Niche Engineering. Again, this is the 380 Stewart Street project. Let me just move ahead. So there are a number of streets as well as recharge wells within this action, and I will walk through each slide and take questions at the end unless you feel the need for me to stop along the way. Along Stewart Street, we're providing a 10-foot wide concrete path of travel. The overall width of the sidewalk ranges between 15 and 21 feet in width. We have an area of pervious pavers as well as a raised planting bed along the curb line. We have 5 new streetlights, 5 new street trees. We are also reconstructing the crosswalk that crosses Stewart Street. And we have, to the right of the screen, you can see that we have space for blue bike stations. This complies with the complete street guidelines. Moving on, at the intersection of Stanhope and Berkeley, we are providing a tabletop crosswalk to provide safe and pedestrian access through this intersection and providing new tactile strips at the landings. At the intersection of Stanhope and the private alley, we are proposing new crosswalk striping as well as a new tactile strip landing on the opposite corner. And there's been a lot of discussion regarding this intersection, and we've met with William Moose and Nick Schmidt throughout the summer and fall months. And this is a decision, this is the solution that I think everyone is amenable to. This will improve the existing condition there where we have a loading dock and we have an intersection as well as we have crosswalks. We're providing striping, signage, as well as an improved condition. We're providing striping and signage to improve this condition. As we move along to Connors Street, at the request of the BPDA, we are providing a bump out at the intersection of Connors and Columbus on the terra firma side of the street, which abuts the bridge. And on the bridge side, we're proposing a tactile strip that will be attached to the concrete sidewalk because we're not in a position to damage that sidewalk. It's part of the bridge structure. But during new business, it was asked if my client would include this in the LMI, and they've agreed to do that. And then we also are proposing 3 recharge wells within Stewart Street to capture and recharge the 1 1/4 inch of rainfall that falls within the project in compliance with the BPDA, Groundwater Trust, and Boston Water and Sewer requirements. The tank will hold 24,000 gallons of water, and the wells are approximately 35 feet deep. I'm open to questions.
Questions or comments by commission members?
Is it possible to flip back to the Stanhope
Yep.
Street and Connors Place slide? Do any of these crossings require a variance for non-compliant slopes or transitions into the roadway?
So at Stanhope and the private alley, we do not believe a variance is required. There's existing ramp there that we're just maintaining. That is within the private property of our abutter. At Connors Street, we are reconstructing the ramp, and we have the ramp on the opposite side of the intersection. We're providing a tactile strip. I don't know if I have not confirmed if that ramp is in compliant or not, but we're proposing a tactile strip there. If it's not compliant, we will confirm. If it's not compliant, we will pursue a variance if it's at your recommendation.
Yeah, I think that would be a preferable path to go for if there are non-compliant conditions that are being maintained. Additionally, is it possible to add detectable warnings on both the Stanhope as it crosses the private alley, those ramps or those transitions that currently do not have detectable warnings? Just generally, detectable warnings should exist in pairs
Sure, we will provide a tactile warning strip on the parcel that we control, which is the ramp to the left. And we can talk to the abutter to see if they will allow us to install a tactile ramp on the parcel that they control, but we do not control.
Okay. All right. We can take this conversation offline as well. So not everybody needs to enter the conversation. But if there is any assistance that the Disabilities Commission, and I don't want to speak for Amy, but
we're with you.
BTD can assist you with, please let us know.
Sure, we'll probably need your support for the variance when we pursue it.
Whatever conversation you're having with Sarah, just make sure you include William. I know that he had kind of a follow-up question about maybe changing the curve at the back of the sidewalk there a little bit further up to just make that corner a little bit. Just small stuff, but whatever you talk to Sarah, take William with you.
You got it. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
Hi, Amy Christian at the Groundwater Trust. John, I just wanted to just emphasize that we have about a half a dozen observation wells on the sidewalks that are going to be impacted by this. And unfortunately, some of the projects recently, it's sort of, been a lack of oversight as far as preserving our wells, and we've lost some. So if they could just be perhaps some special attention made for this project to make sure that those are preserved throughout the work, that would be great. Anytime, we have a construction project that goes 2 or 3 years, it kind of slips through the cracks in some cases. So just trying to make sure that we don't lose anything here.
Thank you, Christian. I'll reach out to you offline, and you can confirm where the wells are in this area, and then we'll make sure that we indicate that they should be protected and maintained or replaced in kind should they be damaged.
Okay, great. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
PIC
All right.
has no comments yet.
I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 11, contingent upon final resolution of any variance or other requirements with the Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
I make a motion to approve a petition by SCD 380 Stewart LLC for the making of specific repairs in the areas of Stewart Street, Stanhope Street, Berkeley Street, and Columbus Avenue, as read into the record by the chair, and also contingent on resolution of any variances required with the Disabilities Commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right.
Thank
Motion
you.
passes. Public hearing item number 12 on a petition by RCN Telecom Services LLC, doing business as Astound, for the grant of location with lead company status and no participants, to install new telecommunication conduit with city shadow within Clarendon Street Public Way, Boston proper, located generally at address number 100 between Stewart Street and Stanhope Street. New business 11/17/2022 is shown on a plan entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division Grant of Location Plan 100 Clarendon Street, Boston, one sheet dated May 2022.
Good morning, Commission members. My name is Jennifer O'Neill from Astound Broadband, formerly RCN. We're proposing a 300-foot current from an existing manhole on Stewart Street to 100 Clarendon Street, which is known as the Hancock Garage. This will further service the Project Back Bay South End Gateway project, which will then feed 145, 165, and 171 Dartmouth Street. And all three of these addresses will have new residences as well as commercial properties.
Any questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public? All right, I will entertain a motion to approve public hearing item number 12.
I make a motion to approve a petition by RCN Telecom Services, DBA Astound, for a grant of location with lead company status to install new telecommunications conduit with city shadow in the area of Clarendon Street, as further read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, motion passes.
Thank you.
That concludes our public hearing portion, and so on to new business. New business item number 1, 69 Proctor Street, Magazine Street, Roxbury, pedestrian easement, specific repairs on a set of petitions by Roxbury Preparatory Charter School.
Good morning, Chelsea Christensen, Niche Engineering, on behalf of Roxbury Prep Charter School. I have Bob Baldwin here with me, who's going to do a brief introduction of the project and our team, and then I'll walk you through the plans. Bob, do we have you? Okay, I will just move forward then. So this is a view from Magazine Street. I'll start just with the aerial view. This is 69 Proctor Street right here with Norfolk Ave here Proctor Street along this edge and Magazine along this edge. We are proposing new streetscape along this is again, the Proctor Street side with new bike racks, trees, and porous pavers. This is looking from the park towards the building along Proctor Street as well. This is a little bit of an outdated rendering of Magazine Street, as this has larger trees proposed at the back of sidewalk instead of just a shrubbery based on discussions with BPDA. So the specific repair plans themselves include a minimum 9-foot concrete walkway that's partially included within a pedestrian easement, 4-foot furnishing zone with trees, bike racks, and porous pavers. We do have a raised crossing proposed because of Proctor Street is one way towards the east, and the buses will be dropping off along Proctor Street. So the students will need to cross over to get to the main entrance of the school. The easement is about 4 feet wide and shown located along this edge of the school. For Magazine Street, we have minimum 6-foot concrete. We originally had discussed, the standard streetscape with the trees along Magazine Street, but with discussions with BPDA, we've had them moved onto the property line, onto the private property. So there are larger trees here, and I'll show you a section in a little bit so you can see what it might look like, as our rendering is not quite updated yet, although we're getting close. There is one street light that's being relocated, that's been coordinated with the street lighting division, and the relocation of a curb cut from this location to this location. This again is the easement area. And I will just show you the section along Magazine Street. This is Proctor Street. And then this is the proposed section of Magazine Street, where you still have the tree canopy, although it is planted on the private property. We are still working through discussions with BTD, Commission for Persons with Disabilities, and a couple other agencies, which we're hoping, we have a meeting scheduled for December 12th with everybody to get everybody involved and make sure that we can incorporate the consensus decision for the public hearing. Are there any questions?
No, I mean, like, I think that at least BTD, right, like, we're probably the primary reason for your upcoming meeting, but we are trying to have everybody there so that you can get all of it together and not contradicting one another. So I think that all of our remaining comments, we should be able to resolve then, but are there any other questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public?
No comments.
All right, I assume you'll be ready in 2 weeks, assuming we don't have a terrible meeting on the 12th?
Yes, we'll be ready.
All right, so we'll see you on the 15th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
New business item number 2, Marion Street, Meridian Street, Trenton Street, White Street, East Boston, grant application on a petition by Extenet Systems, Inc.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioners. My name is Keenan Brin. I'm here on behalf of the applicant Extenet Systems. I'm joined by Han from NB&C Engineering, who prepared the drawings. The applicant seeks permission to install a 4-inch conduit for fiber purposes. The run actually starts on Trenton Street for a short distance, and then it turns northwesterly, heading up Marion Street, continues quite a ways. About half the run takes place on Marion Street, and then eventually gets to White Street, where it turns west and then heads straight due north along Meridian Street. Meridian Street counts to this kind of the second half of the run. The total length is about 1,766 feet. Extenet as standard will be providing city shadow duct and coordinating with any local residents and businesses. That's the extent of the application. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to entertain them now.
Questions or comments by commission members? PIC staff or public? Will you guys be ready to come back in 2 weeks?
Absolutely, yep, on the 15th.
Yep, we'll see you on December 15th.
Excellent, thank you again.
New business item number 3, 425 Border Street, Falcon Street, East Boston, granted location on a petition by Eversource Energy. I don't see anybody here from Eversource. Ashley, do you happen to know who should be here to speak about this?
Let me check the records. I believe it's Kellyanne Correa. Was she on at the beginning of the call?
She does not look like she's here right now.
Yes. I think we could skip to the next one and kind of circle back.
Yeah, can you, I guess, try to get a hold of her and we will move on to the next petition. All right, new business number 4, Huntington Ave, Blagden Street, Dartmouth Street, Boston proper, specific repairs, granted location on a set of petitions by National Grid.
Good morning, Amy. Amy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, members of the PIC. Thank you so much for allowing us to present our project. Amy, is the first one the specific repairs plan or the actual vault itself?
I guess you do the vault first.
Do the vault first, okay. Okay, so the plan is National Grid is presenting a petition before the committee to allow National Grid to install a prefabricated regulator station, 6-inch in diameter vault in the sidewalk on the south side, just by Westin Hotel. The plan is to put a 6-inch vault in the sidewalk and then install approximately 200 feet of new inlet piping from the inlet of the vault all the way down to the tying location at Dartmouth. It's a 12-inch diameter main. At the same time also, National Grid is also planning to install approximately 250 feet of 16-inch pipe on the outlet side, all the way down Huntington, crossing the roadway, and then tying into our existing mains, both on Huntington, on both sides, and also the 8-inch main in Blagden Street that feeds all the way down Blagden towards Essex. As part of the project, National Grid is also going to install a traffic box, which will be used to control the regulator station, and also 2 vent poles which will be placed at the back side of the sidewalk. This is what we're planning to install. We've had good discussions with the PIC, and this is our plan for now. If that's okay with the PIC.
Yep, now, yeah, go through the specific repairs.
So for the specific repairs, on Blagden Street, currently you have the pedestrian crossing across here. Working with the city, with Amy and Todd and everybody, we feel grateful. National Grid is going to bump out the sidewalk on this side, a new concrete sidewalk. In addition, we're going to install an ADA compliant walkway. Let me give you a better pictorial view. So this is Blagden right now. This is Huntington Ave. Dartmouth is down here. This is the existing configuration of the sidewalk right now in Blagden. You have the pedestrian crossing across here. Once we're done, National Grid is going to change that configuration on behalf of the city by bumping out the sidewalk out a little bit and then installing the ADA compliant sidewalk In addition to that, whatever cuts were here initially for the sidewalk, National Grid will also install curbs, granite curbs to restore that site. And for the prefab, this is a Westin Hotel. The plan is to put the vault in this corner here, which is shown here, and then have the bend poles, which will be ornamental, towards the backside of the sidewalk with a traffic box, control box, just out of the what do you call it? The area of the branches further this way within the sidewalk. That's the petition National Grid is presenting to the committee. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, no, thanks a lot. I think that the improvements that you guys are doing on that corner are a huge help for us. It's a huge safety issue and terrible diagonal crossing that people were making there, and this is much improved. So we appreciate that. Are there any other questions or comments by commission members?
I just want to thank the team for sending the clarified plans showing the pinch points on the sidewalk and just clarifying some of the infrastructure that's going in. Additionally, the clarification on the timeline as well for this project to ensure that it's coordinated with the Boston Marathon and those high pedestrian congregating events.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, Sarah, so much for your responses. We really appreciate it. And as always, Amy, it's always good working with you and Todd. So we're so grateful. Thank you.
If there's no other, Ashley or public?
No comments.
All right, 2 weeks gonna be enough for you, Sam?
Absolutely.
See you on
We
December.
can go right now.
Yeah. I wish. We'll see you on December 15th.
Thanks so much, Amy. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Ashley, have we heard from Eversource?
We have not. I tried 2 different phone numbers, and I'd just like to confirm again that we don't have anyone on the call to represent Eversource. Going once. Again, a call was placed to both the cell and landline for our contact on the Border Street.
All right, well, I mean, they can look forward to their time with us on December 15th, if that's more convenient for them. And then, or actually, are we having new business on the 15th?
We are not having new business on the 15th.
All right, well, then I guess we'll see them next year.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Yeah, so with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.